Okay, so as we begin this for today, I just wanted to get our music started here for us in the background, making sure that I share computer audio as well. So finding a comfortable position, whether it's seated on the floor or in a chair, perhaps leaning up against a wall or lying down in a comfortable spot. And just finding a place that you can hold in stillness for the next few minutes as we practice this intention meditation. Each morning we rise with the promise of being able to start over. And with mindfulness, each moment of our day is an opportunity to decide how we want it to look and how we want it to feel. The new year is a time of rebirth, and so it finds many of us setting intentions for the next year. But the trick can sometimes be setting intentions that feel authentic, finding intentions that will actually change or result in change, and finding intentions that can help us to approach every aspect of our lives without shame or judgment. Intentions by nature are expansive, and they truly have no limit. For example, if you decide that you would like to feel balanced and happy every day, there's no end to that. Having that intention also allows you to enjoy the flexibility of not having to hit a certain degree of you're just a little happy. While yesterday you felt like you were flying, you've still achieved your intention. Goals are wonderful to have, as well as New Year's resolutions. But the thing is that goals and New Year's resolutions can make you feel like you failed at something and are often contingent upon things that we have no control over. Sometimes if we don't meet our goal, it's easy to feel badly about missing it, or perhaps just want to give up. So, if you're a goal-oriented person like myself, perhaps setting an intention may feel more suitable and help you to feel more positive toward approaching your goals. Let's start with some intentional breathing. For this breath, I'm going to invite you, if it feels right, to place one hand on your stomach and one on your chest. This breath is called bucket breathing because we're going to imagine that our stomach and our chest contains a bucket. And with each inhale, we're going to fill our buckets, allowing our lungs and our stomachs to fill completely. And on each exhale, we'll empty our buckets. So let's begin to prepare for this breath by first allowing ourselves to exhale out any remaining breath that might be in the body. And then allow yourself to inhale, filling your bucket, and then forcefully exhaling and allowing your stomach to fall back to your spine. Again, inhaling clarity into your bucket, and then forcefully exhaling any tension or discomfort. One more time, inhale clarity, fill your bucket, and then exhale tension, discomfort, or any heaviness. As you allow your breathing to go back to natural, keeping your hands on your stomach or your chest or allowing them to fall by your side, knowing that it's a natural part of our humanness to look at things that we don't do, relationships that come to an end, or other events that we perceive as having a negative outcome. But this meditation will help us to challenge or shift that thinking so that we can set ourselves up for success. As you sit here, supported by the floor, the chair, the cushion beneath you, begin to ask yourself and look within yourself, And notice what you're carrying with you today. Noticing any emotions, any particular sticky thoughts, any harsh judgments or worries, thoughts about the past and thoughts about the future. And then taking that just one step further and looking for any beliefs or behaviors or responsibilities that no longer serve you. Whatever comes up, whether it's a word or a phrase, perhaps a memory of the past that was uncomfortable or weighing you down, whatever it is, allowing it to be, and know that we'll be inviting that to leave on this exhale. So allowing your body to exhale any air that's left, and begin by inhaling acceptance and filling your bucket, and then exhaling forcefully what no longer serves you. Inhaling acceptance and filling your bucket, holding that breath for just a moment, and then allowing yourself to exhale that which you no longer want. And one more time, filling your bucket with acceptance and exhaling that which no longer serves you. Now, as you allow your breathing to normalize, taking a moment to notice how you're feeling, and maybe asking yourself, what freedom do you feel now that you've let some of that junk go? Perhaps noticing these choices that honor your true self, noticing how far you've come, but most importantly, noticing how that feels. And whatever comes up again, whether it's a word or a phrase, whatever that feeling is of how you feel, just allowing it to be your word or your intention for how you want to feel, how you deserve to feel, and what you want to invite more of in your life. And now we'll begin to invite that word into our practice for today. This guided visualization practice will help to guide us through a healing meditation that focuses on setting intentions. What's great is that you can use this at the start of a day or whenever you feel you need to reset. Now, before you begin, have your intention in mind, either the one from our bucket breathing or one that you'd like to renew. Taking a deep breath in, I invite you to close your eyes and just begin to notice your body in this space. Noticing how your breath moves in through your nose and out again. And just allowing yourself to take a few nourishing breaths, breathing however feels right for you. Just allowing the breath to fill your lungs and body on the inhale, and feeling the stomach falling back to the spine on the exhale. As you continue to breathe, know that you can direct your attention anywhere you'd like it to go, perhaps sending it to areas of discomfort, or simply filling your body with a sense of ease and relaxation. Now, as you sit here in this space, as you continue to breathe, I invite you to draw your attention to the center of your head. Imagine going deep into the center of your consciousness, right about eye level. And today, at any point if your mind wanders, simply bring your awareness back to this spot. Still breathing, I invite you to recall this past year and thinking about if there's anything that you wish to release, whether it's from months ago, weeks ago, days ago, or even hours ago. And if so, just imagine that energy or memory or even regret coming together in a ball of light that is floating in front of you. And allow this process to occur at a pace that's comfortable. If you can't necessarily see that ball of light, perhaps just noticing its presence and the energy it brings with it. Seeing what color that energy has. Noticing what it looks like. And still breathing, I invite you to release that ball of energy. Perhaps you can visualize and see it float away. Maybe you can imagine an angel or someone coming down and carrying it safely away for you. Or maybe, if nothing else, you can simply invite it to sit next to you for the next few minutes, and then choose to take it back at the end if you desire. As you watch this energy leave, just noticing how it feels. Noticing the space it creates. And just take a few moments to enjoy the expansiveness of this release. Now, considering your intention that you would like to set, perhaps your word or phrase from before, or one that you'd like to renew. And let's practice allowing that intention to fill those spots that once housed that old energy. Maybe if it's helpful, you can imagine writing that intention down. Perhaps you say it to yourself silently, or imagine hearing what it would be like to hear it spoken aloud. And now imagine for a moment if this intention also looked like a ball of energy or light. What color would it be? Would it have a texture? Would it be warm or cool? And now seeing if you can visualize or imagine a beautiful funnel over your head. This golden funnel simply floats above your head and invites only the best, most beautiful energy into your body. Imagine that funnel draws the energy of your intention into your body. See it filling up all the empty spaces where the old energy resided. Noticing what this feels like. And if you feel a physical sensation, a tingling or a twitching, know that that's okay. This is actually your body responding to the shift in energy. Breathing and allowing this new energy to fill your body, to fill your heart, to fill your mind, and perhaps to soften any areas of tension that still remain. When it feels as though this energy has filled your body, take a moment to close off your funnel, knowing that you can reopen it at any time to invite only the best energy into yourself. Sitting with this new energy, this new feeling, and this new intention, just take a few nourishing breaths and allow yourself to sit in this space with your renewed and intentional energy. Perhaps placing a hand on your heart. Let us love ourselves without judgment, because we know that when we judge, we carry blame and guilt. We carry and feel as the need for punishment, and we lose our light. Allow this intention to strengthen our will to forgive ourselves in moments, and allow this process to clear our minds of emotional poison and self judgments, so that instead we can live from a space of peace and compassion for ourselves and for others. When you're ready and it feels right, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and open your eyes.